scene, we gon' cover your city. Got your news ready for you when you turn on the TV. On the scene with flashing lights and we here with a cam. We gon' cover your story and it's not a scam. Lights, camera, action, no, we got that camera on. Weazel gon' cover your story here at home. Vibe City, on the scene and then we're gone. Covering your story, we gon' see what's going on. Tune in to Weazel News, we're gonna cover the truth. Weazel News.
Good afternoon, Vibe City. This is Henry Hucklefin reporting live from the Weazel News Station. We have some issues to go over today. I'm reporting next to
Herb Hucklefin.
Today, we're going to interview these officers that would like to remain anonymous about what's going on and where this unrest is coming from. Gentlemen, first of all, we would like to thank you for your time that you're spending here today. And somebody tell me, what is going on? What is your number one concern within LSPD?
Well, our number one concern right now is the leadership of the Los Santos Police Department.
Okay. More specifically, is it all leadership? Is it one specific person?
It's mostly one specific person, and that'd be Chief Dewey Ketchum.
Oh,
He has not been a good leader, and he has enacted policies within the department that is destroying this city.
whoa.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You heard it here, folks. We got some problems within our justice system. That is not good, folks. And like Henry mentioned earlier, we are here with 3 anonymous, licensed, hired on LSPD officers that would like to put their 2 cents out there to the world to let them know.
Herb, I don't know if you've had the same problem I have, but anytime I try to get in on a story, get the people of Vibe City some breaking news, usually most officers are helpful. Dewey Ketchum always shoos us away and treats us like garbage. Do you feel the same way, Herb?
Henry, that's a great question. And honestly, I do feel the same exact way. I feel abused. I feel unheard. Me too, Henry. Me too.
Very good. Gentlemen, how difficult is it doing your job professionally when you're being led by an incompetent leader?
It makes the job extremely hard because you expect the leader at the top to lead by example, but you know he enforces rules on us, but then doesn't follow the rules himself.
And feel free not to answer this. Do you have any specifics, or would you like to keep that anonymous?
Maybe we can get into that a little bit later.
Okay. Herb, what do you got, Herb?
Now, when you guys say lead by example, what is something that Mr. Ketchum has done that he has enforced on you 3 wonderful stand-up officers of the law who are here to serve and protect? What is something that Mr. Ketchum has done that has made you guys feel like, didn't you just yell at us for that same thing about 5 minutes ago? Is there anything in particular, fellas, that you'd like to touch on?
I think the big thing that comes to mind is the professionalism. You know, we
Right.
are getting preached every meeting that goes on every Wednesday and Saturday for hours and hours and hours on end for no reason about being professional on the radio, in front of suspects, in front of the civilians. And then to watch your chief sit there and be unprofessional in the cells with a prisoner, or unprofessional with even you guys on the streets when you guys are just trying to report the news for the citizens.
Wow, that was powerful. You hear to hear, folks. First, this is Weazel News, Herb and Henry and Harry live. We're just trying to do our jobs, man. It's as simple as that. We're trying to do our jobs. We're trying to get reports. This just in. I'd like to touch on a subject. Mr. Lenny Wild, Commissioner of the of all branches of justice. I don't know what had happened. We were trying to get a story for y'all, but the main person in question that was not letting us obtain the information that we needed was Mr. Dewey Ketchum. We were trying to intervene and trying to get a story for y'all, but with every corner we took, with every entrance we tried to get in, Mr. Ketchum was there. And he was not going to let us in there to get you guys the news and the information that you deserve, that these officers deserve.
Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable.
If I can touch on that too for a second.
Of course, go ahead.
You guys are just trying to report the news, and there's something going on in this city that puts every single citizen that's watching this at risk. And the police department has done nothing but try to keep it under wraps and hidden from the public. I don't think that's right.
Oh my God. Do tell.
Please.
There's a dangerous criminal on the loose that has kidnapped police officers, has shot police officers, stabbed, drugged police officers, making them go insane.
Why
The same
hasn't the
criminal,
chief made this public yet?
because he's scared. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to handle the situation, and so he's keeping it from wraps. You guys are supposed to report the news to keep the public informed about what is going on, so they can feel like they can walk around safely. And that's not what's going on here today. Dewey Ketchum is hiding the truth from the public, from his fellow officers, and from everybody that lives in this city, and it's unjust.
Now, may I ask, why do you think he's like this? Any reason? Think he hasn't gotten laid in a while? Is he challenged in any way?
I just think he is so horny for justice that his head isn't leading him in the right direction.
Now, when do you boys think that the last time that Mr. Dewey Ketchum has gotten laid? And you boys could probably agree, everybody needs a release, whether it's at the Vanilla Unicorn, Bahama Mamas, on the street, with your wife, with your girlfriend, with your husband, with your boyfriend, whatever he may choose. Do you guys think that Dewey may need a little bit of nookie? And would you guys be able to comment on that?
I see 100%.
He gets no buns. Hello, everyone. It's Henry and your cameraman, Harry, down here at Senior Buns. We just had a tasty meal here, and I want to give them a shout out. Senior Buns is now open and under new management. They have the lowest prices, and they'll cater events and meetings for you, as long as you put that order in advance. They're also open quite often, and they will always answer the phone. They're also hiring. They're in desperate need of employees. No background check necessary. No drug test necessary. So Red Gang, come on down here and get yourself a job, because it's the only chance you got. They serve all beef burgers, all beef kebabs, combos, plenty of drinks, including the limited time only Electric Blue Slushy. Your tummy runs for Senior Buns.
Whatsoever. Said
Folks,
day.
you heard it here at Weazel News First. Dewey Ketchum gets no cheeks. He is disrespectful to his officers. He enforces rules that he himself doesn't follow. This is unacceptable, and the people of Vibe City need to do something about it. He's not only affecting other officers, but when he does that, it affects those officers when they're arresting criminals. And then when the beautiful civilians of Vibe City can't get a news story out that is critical because Dewey Ketchum shoos the news away, it is a problem, folks. This needs to be solved. We have to stand up as a people. We have to come together and do something about this.
100% Henry, 100% Henry. And I'd like to comment on that is as a personal experience of mine, and I'm still recovering from this experience. I didn't really take kindly to what Mr. Ketchum was saying. But Henry can shed some light, because we tried to land our helicopter on the roof of the hospital at the time of the situation with Mr. Lenny Wild, just to make sure he was okay and to provide you guys the news that you deserve, to make sure that your commissioner, that sweet 27-year-old commissioner, fresh out of the academy, Lenny Wild, is able to pull through. We thought he was going to die, and we wanted to cover that to make sure that you guys were informed. But when we tried to enter through the roof area, Mr. Ketchum said, "Herb, don't forget you have all that extra skin on your pants." I said, hey, Dewey, that's not something we should be talking about right now. I'm trying to do the news. He said, "No, Herb, ha, 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 you have extra skin on your pants. It looks like an anteater." I'm not going to sit here and just sit back and deal with that. I did not like the disrespect, and I'm still recovering, because that stuff hurts my heart. I don't appreciate that.
I was shedding a tear next to the helicopter there for you as well.
It's not
we
okay.
Also tried to enter in through the bottom of the hospital and through the main level, and all of the officers outside had ARs, and they told us, as we were trying to get a word from them, they said, if Weazel News tries to come in here, shoot them down with the AR.
Quote, end quote.
That's all we're trying to do, is report the news. That is unbelievable. Folks, we must come together. Gentlemen, as we wrap this up, is there anything else you'd like to say about Dewey, or what you think should be done?
Yeah, I got some.
Please.
Dewey likes to abuse his power within the Lspd as well. When the officers have a concern and we want to, voice our concerns to shut us up, he hosts his high command meetings only, to where he can push his agenda and shuts us up essentially. And we don't get a say in what he says in those meetings, because it's he's essentially the highest in command. So we get essentially, sit on a stick and shut the up,
Oh my God. Do you guys feel like, do all three of you feel like that you have to sit on a stick and bounce on it really, really fast in and out until you guys have been fed up so long that where you just want to pull that stick out and smack Dewey Ketchum right across the face with it as the stick is covered in poop and feces from your ass. Is that what you guys are feeling right now?
With no lube too, to add it on top of that. That's pretty close.
Oh
description.
my fucking god.
Oh my god, this is not okay, folks. And you guys hear to hear, folks. I know we stress this a lot, and you do hear it here, folks. First on Weazel News live at 10 with Herb, Harry, and Henry. I'd like to get to another point here before we wrap this up. Now, do you guys feel like Dewey Ketchum is unfit to lead a crew like yourselves? You guys seem like strapping gentlemen, very professional, very well mannered. Do you guys feel like that you deserve a higher power?
The whole Weazel News crew, we've gotten nothing but respect from everyone but Dewey when we're trying to do our job.
But Dewey.
So,
I can say just one last parting word here, and I think, Dewey Ketchum is unfit for this department. I think he's unfit to lead any department. And he's creating a city that embraces crime and embraces a department that abuses its citizens. So we need you, as the citizens of Los Santos, to speak up for us on the police department, because we can't do it ourselves.
Absolutely, citizens. Hey, one of the number one complaints we hear from the citizens of this beautiful city is the problem and the rift between LSPD, and it starts at leadership, folks. This is your chance and your time to make a difference.
That's beautiful, Henry. And honestly, guys, if you hop on the Birdie app, InstaPick, guys, we got to get our voices heard. There's only so much that we can do. If everybody could go ahead on the Birdie app and do hashtag Fire Dewey, we're going to start a trend here on the Birdie app. Again, that's going to be hashtag Fire Dewey. When this goes live, folks, and you hear this, make sure you hop on your Birdie app immediately and tell us your experience with Dewey Ketchum. And if you had a bad experience, or you didn't have a bad experience, or you've heard about a bad experience with Dewey Ketchum, and we're trying to get these officers promoted, you go ahead and you do hashtag Fire Dewey Ketchum so we can get one of these fine officers in line and get them to lead the pack the way they should be led. Because for these boys right here, they need to be taken to a hill, and they need to be a full moon, and they need to howl, folks. And these boys can't howl if their voices aren't heard. And you guys heard it here, folks, with Herb and
Henry. One other thing, folks, if you don't want to post it on Birdie, you want to remain anonymous because you think Dewey will come after you, you can call Weazel News. We will give you an interview and you will remain anonymous. We want to hear your story. You are
your
the people.
voice.
Your voice. Please come down and see us. You will remain 100% anonymous. Herb, I think we're all good here. What do you think?
I think we're good. I think we've heard enough. There's enough trauma in this room. It could break this building down, to be honest with you guys and the fellow viewers. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight to Weazel News at 10. My name's Herb.
And I'm Henry, signing out, folks.
Bye-bye.